or just think about opportunities that are always made available to young kids in the rest of Africa. But particularly now we have to zone in into Ghana, in which now sports becomes the means by which we can improve livelihoods, but also get people into more better status quo or status in life. And we're talking basketball because we have some great stars of the NBA. We're talking United States of America right here in Ghana. And I have one seated right here, but it's because there's a collaboration between Zoetic Energy and our own continental body, the African Union. And we have right seated here, David West of Golden State Warriors. You know, that big NBA basketball team. And thanks for joining me, David.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And also joining me is Jerome, and Jerome is chairman and president of Zoetic Energy. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I hear you have this great collaboration with the African Union. How did it come about?
Well, the African Union, of course, has a vision for this year focused on the youth. And because we consider the youth one of the most valuable resources in all of Africa, we are, like the African Union, very like-minded. We are looking into the future as the African Union is looking into the future as to who is going to be the next leader, the next leaders of the new generation that's going to take Africa into a sustainable future. So with that like-mindedness, we are here with the like-mindedness of David West, believing that the youth are the future. That's why we're here.
Mm. And I know, David, you came in with TJ, and TJ plays for the Phoenix Suns. And at the end of the day, it's because you want to impact into the young people of Ghana and the rest of Africa something valuable. And so basically, you'll be doing what?
Well, we're hosting a clinic out at the University of Ghana, Legon, this morning, throughout the day. We're going to, got some kids collected from all the different regions of Ghana have come, and we're going to introduce them to some, some high-level concepts and continue to be, brand ambassadors for the game. Continue to give information back, mutual exchange, and hope that we're able to impact one of these young people. Like Jerome said, we're here with an initiative in partnership with the African Union to speak and communicate with the young people. There are a lot of different opportunities that are available that aren't always made available to the young people in Ghana. And we're going to use the young people to get the message out about renewable energy, about clean energy, about the environment. That's where Jerome's expertise comes in.
Yep.
And then, obviously, TJ and myself with the basketball, being able to give them information that we have used to have good careers up to this point.
At the end of the day, Jerome, it's about leadership.
Yes.
And combining that with using these as the ambassadors to promote such leadership in making sure that the next generation are hooked up onto proper means by which we make use of energy and energy of the environment. It means renewable energy is the next phase that we need to go.
Yes.
How do you just go on from young people and then make sure you influence policymakers in the respective countries that you go to?
Well, I think as in politics, community policy and state policy tends to drive federal policy. So I think that when you reach the young people, many of these young people will go and pass that knowledge on to their parents, which is great. And of course, the parents influence from a political perspective. They are voters and they influence federal policy. So we're just hoping that we can tap into one generation that might have more of a contagious effect on the populace as a whole, with respect to clean energy, resolving the problems of blackouts and the need for electricity, but also to stimulate leadership. Everybody that claims to be a leader can't necessarily lead. So we want to instill the can-do spirit in all the young people in Africa, that what they believe they can do, yes, they can do.
At the end of the day, if we find some tall, well-strapped young people like you, they could play basketball if they can. That's it?
Absolutely. And you don't have to be tall. There are multiple positions in the game of basketball, so you don't have to be tall to play. You have a passion for the game. One of the things we try to do is the lessons that we teach on the court, we make sure that they're applicable away from the game. So, having courage and dealing with adversity while you're in sport, helps you build some of the attributes that can contribute to you when you're in your day-to-day life.
How will, let's say, young people who interact with you, etc., in the All Africa Access Camp get to have that sense of awareness about renewable energy and leadership while on the court?
I'm going to be on the floor. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm going to be down there one-on-one with the kids. I'm going to lead all day. You know, I believe in leading by example, getting my hands dirty. So, you know, I'm not going to sit back and watch others do the work. You know, make sure that we're out there doing the work, because we know that when it comes from us, it reverberates a little bit different than the kids.
Well, thank you very much. And we've had in the studio David West of the Golden State Warriors, and also Jerome. And Jerome is the chief executive or the president for Zoetic Energy. And they're making sure that with the African Union, they bring this initiative right here. We'll be having the next set in the studio, and then we'll talk to a lot more of our guests this morning.